There comes a time in every life when the weight of the world feels too heavy to carry. The moments when everything you believed in shatters, when your dreams seem distant and your hope feels like it's slipping through your fingers. Those moments when life breaks you are not a sign of your weakness. They are an invitation to discover your strength. Pain isn't the end of your story. It's the turning point. It's the moment you stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What can I learn? Who can I become through this?" When life breaks you, it's tempting to hide behind excuses, to curl up in defeat, to numb yourself with distractions or bitterness. But if you stay there, you'll never know what greatness was waiting on the other side of your pain. The truth is, every extraordinary person you've ever admired was once broken too. They didn't rise because life was easy. They rose because they decided the pain wouldn't define them. They found purpose in their suffering, courage in their fear, and clarity in their chaos. Pain is one of life's greatest teachers, though it rarely feels that way when you're in the middle of it. When everything falls apart, it's easy to believe the universe is punishing you, that the hurt you feel is some cruel twist of fate meant to break your spirit. But pain is not punishment, it's instruction. It's life's way of pulling you closer to your truth, showing you what needs to change, what needs to grow, and what needs to be released. Every wound carries wisdom, and every heartbreak whispers a lesson, if only you're willing to listen. Think back on the times you've struggled the most. Those sleepless nights, the silent tears, the moments you questioned your worth. They were not wasted. They were shaping you, revealing your resilience, and preparing you for a version of yourself that comfort could never create. Pain doesn't enter your life to destroy you. It enters to develop you. It humbles the ego and strengthens the soul. It forces you to pause, to reflect, and to ask questions you would never have asked in your comfort zone. Questions like, what really matters to me? Who am I becoming through this? And what am I meant to learn here? When you begin to view pain as a teacher, everything changes. Instead of fighting your experiences, you start to learn from them. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You begin to ask, what is this trying to teach me? That simple shift in perspective transforms suffering into growth. It doesn't mean you won't feel hurt, but it means your hurt will no longer be wasted. It becomes the foundation of your wisdom and strength. Life will always bring challenges, loss, rejection, disappointment. But each one holds a hidden gift. Pain teaches empathy, because when you've known heartbreak, you understand others more deeply. Pain teaches gratitude, because after the storm, even small joys feel extraordinary. Pain teaches courage, because every time you survive what you thought would break you, you realize how powerful you truly are. You can't escape pain, but you can decide how it shapes you. You can let it close your heart, or you can let it open your eyes. You can let it make you bitter, or you can let it make you better. Those who rise from pain with wisdom are those who choose to treat it as a lesson rather than a life sentence. So when life hurts, when everything feels unfair and unbearable, pause and remind yourself, this pain is not here to punish me. It's here to prepare me. It's refining my character, awakening my strength, and redirecting my life toward a deeper purpose. One day, you'll look back and realize that the moments that hurt the most were the ones that taught you the most. And that without them, you would never have become the person you were meant to be. There are moments in life when you reach what feels like your breaking point. When you're certain you've given all you can, when your energy, hope, and faith are nearly gone. In those moments, it's natural to believe you're done, that there's no strength left to keep going. But the truth is, your breaking point isn't the end. It's the beginning of discovering who you truly are. You are far stronger than you think. Strength doesn't reveal itself when everything is easy. It appears when life tests you, when you're pushed beyond the limits you thought defined you. Think about a seed buried in the dark soil. It must break before it can grow. The same is true for you. When you feel broken, it's not because you're weak. It's because something within you is expanding. Life is stripping away what no longer serves you so that you can rise in a new form. You may not see it now, but every challenge you've faced has already proven your resilience. You've survived every difficult day so far, and that's evidence that you're stronger than any circumstance trying to hold you down. Your strength is not found in perfection or in pretending everything is fine. Real strength is in standing up when you've been knocked down, in taking one more step even when your legs tremble, in choosing to hope when everything tells you to give up. It's in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when you decide that your story isn't over yet. Every time you've faced pain and kept going, every time you've been hurt but still chose love, every time you've fallen and gotten back up, that's strength. When life breaks you, don't mistake that breaking for defeat. The pressure you feel is molding you into someone unshakable. It's revealing your endurance, your courage, and your unbreakable spirit. You were not made to collapse under the weight of your struggles. You were made to rise above them. Even when everything seems impossible, remember that the human heart has an incredible capacity to heal, rebuild, and begin again. You've overcome before, and you will overcome again. You are stronger than your breaking point, because your strength was never about never falling. It was always about rising every single time you do. Growth and comfort can never exist together. Every meaningful transformation in life begins with a moment of discomfort, a stretch beyond what feels safe and familiar. Yet most people spend their lives trying to avoid that tension. They cling to what's easy, predictable, and known, not realizing that comfort over time becomes a cage. Growth requires discomfort because it challenges the limits you've placed on yourself. It asks you to step into uncertainty, to face fear, and to let go of control. It's not meant to be pleasant, it's meant to be powerful. Think about every great accomplishment you've ever achieved. Learning a new skill, building something meaningful, healing from heartbreak, or changing a habit. None of it came without discomfort. There were moments you doubted yourself, felt lost, or wanted to quit. But it was exactly those moments of friction that shaped you. Discomfort is the signal that you're evolving. When you feel that pressure, it means life is asking more of you. More patience, more courage, more faith. The pain of growth is temporary, but the strength it builds lasts a lifetime. Too often, people mistake discomfort for danger. They feel uneasy and think something's wrong. But growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens in the stretch zone. The place where your mind, body, and spirit are tested. The person you are today was born from moments that once felt impossible. Every challenge you faced was a classroom. every setback a lesson in resilience. The truth is, you can't become who you're meant to be by staying who you are. You must be willing to let go of what's comfortable in order to step into what's possible. The pain you feel when life is stretching you is not a sign that you're failing. It's proof that you're growing. The discomfort is your soul's way of preparing for expansion. So the next time you're in that place of struggle, don't run from it. Lean into it. Trust that the discomfort you feel is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. Growth is rarely graceful, but it's always worth it. Because when you emerge from the struggle, you'll realize that every ounce of discomfort was building the foundation for the life you were always meant to live. You cannot always control what happens to you in life, but you can always control how you respond to it. That truth is one of the most powerful lessons you can ever learn. Life will throw challenges your way. Heartbreak, betrayal, failure, disappointment. And sometimes these events will hit you with no warning. It's natural to feel pain, anger, or confusion in those moments. But the real strength lies in the pause between what happens to you and how you choose to respond. That pause is your power. It's where character is built and destiny is shaped. When you choose response over reaction, you take back control of your life. Reactions are impulsive. They're emotional bursts that come from fear, frustration, or hurt. When something breaks you, the immediate instinct is to lash out, blame others, or shut down completely. But those reactions only feed your suffering. They keep you stuck in the storm instead of learning how to walk through it. Choosing to respond, on the other hand, means you stop and breathe before you act. You decide what kind of person you want to be in that moment. You step out of chaos and step into clarity. You may not be able to change the event, but you can change the meaning you give it. And that changes everything. Think of those who inspire you most, the ones who faced loss or pain, but still carried grace, compassion, and wisdom. They didn't get there by chance. They learned to master their response. They understood that life is not about what happens, but about what you make of what happens. When you choose response, you become intentional. You decide that no situation will make you smaller, that no pain will turn your heart to stone, and that no setback will define your future. You learn to rise not out of reaction, but out of awareness. It's not easy to stay calm when you're hurting. It's not easy to hold your peace when someone has wronged you, but that's where true growth begins, in choosing restraint when it would be easier to rage, in choosing understanding when it would be easier to judge, and in choosing faith when it would be easier to quit. Every time you choose response over reaction, you strengthen your emotional discipline. You begin to live with intention rather than impulse. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and become the author of your story. Life's hardest moments will always test you, but they don't have to define you. When you learn to respond with patience, courage, and clarity, you transform pain into power. You become unshakable, not because nothing can break you, but because you've learned how to rebuild yourself every time it does. So when the world pushes you to react, pause, breathe, and choose who you want to be. That choice is where your freedom begins. Turning your pain into purpose is one of the most powerful transformations a human being can experience. Every person carries wounds, moments that broke them, memories that cut deep, and losses that still echo through the heart. But pain, no matter how heavy, is not meant to be the end of your story. It is meant to awaken something within you, a calling, a mission, a deeper reason for being. When you learn to use your pain instead of being used by it, your life takes on meaning that no struggle can erase. Pain can crush you, or it can carve you into something extraordinary. The choice is always yours. Many people spend their lives running from their pain, trying to hide it behind distractions, business, or bitterness. They believe that ignoring the hurt will make it disappear. But pain that is buried alive doesn't die, it festers. It limits your joy, your potential, and your ability to connect. True healing doesn't come from escape. It comes from facing your pain with courage and deciding that it will not be wasted. When you look back on the hardest chapters of your life and ask, how can I use this to help others? How can I turn this into something meaningful? You begin to transform suffering into strength. You give your pain a purpose that lifts not only you, but also everyone who crosses your path. History is filled with people who did exactly that. Individuals who turned tragedy into triumph, loss into leadership, heartbreak into healing. They understood that purpose is often born from pain because it gives you empathy and depth. When you've been through darkness, you see the world differently. You understand others' struggles more deeply, you love more fiercely, and you appreciate life in ways you never did before. Your scars become symbols, not of what broke you, but of what built you. They become reminders that you have something valuable to share: your story, your wisdom, your strength. Pain can become the fuel that ignites your mission. It can push you to create, to serve, to give, to teach. The person who has suffered deeply has the potential to inspire greatly. Because when you rise after falling, when you smile after crying, when you give after losing, your life becomes a message of hope to those who are still hurting. You show them that healing is possible. You show them that brokenness can become beauty, that darkness can birth light. Turning your pain into purpose doesn't mean pretending it didn't hurt. It means accepting that it did and choosing to make meaning from it anyway. It means saying, yes, I was broken, but I didn't stay broken. It means using what once brought you to your knees to now lift someone else up. You begin to see that every tear, every scar, every setback was not in vain. They were preparing you to make an impact only you could make. When life breaks you, it's easy to ask, why me? But those who find purpose in their pain eventually learn to ask, what now? What can I do with what I've been through? That shift transforms victims into victors. The world doesn't need people who've never been hurt. It needs people who have been broken and still choose to build, who have suffered and still choose to serve. Your pain can either imprison you or empower you. When you decide to use it to bring light to others, to inspire, to heal.